Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are live here on Radio Ramadan Special 102.5 FM. So if you're listening out there, give me a thumbs up or give me a call on 0116 So today is our first day. Today is first day in the morning. We are transmitting here on 102.5 FM. So you can catch this all over Leicester. And of course, we're also on the Facebook. So you can go on your Facebook and you'll find us there on www.ramadan.fm. You'll be able to find us on the Facebook, on the Twitter, and on the Instagram as well. Yes? And that's what's happening here at the Studio 207 Evington Road. We are back here in the studio after an absence of 11 months. And you walk into the studio and it's like you were here yesterday, except for the clock. The battery is dead. I show that to my producer here. The battery is gone in the clock. We need that. We need that back into action. Or, of course, the brother who gave us the clock. I never let that leave this table because it was a gift and a much appreciated gift. So, those of you who are fasting today, of course, some people are fasting starting today. They will do Taraweeh, and some have started Taraweeh yesterday. So if you're one of them who started yesterday, then may Allah make it easy for you and everybody else in the whole wide world, people who are going to fast during this month of Ramadan. MashaAllah, may Allah give you all the barakah for that. So Ramadan special, EAVA.fm. You got to contact us on Ramadan.fm. If you do, you can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. So if you go on the website, then from there you can link to the YouTube, the Facebook, and the Twitter also, yes? And the Instagram. So we are moving forward for certain this year with all the technology at our disposal. Of course, you can call me on 0116-212-9324. So every year we have the argument that why do you start at 9 a.m.? Well, I've started at 9 a.m. and you have not called me. So if you're out there listening, then do pick up that phone and call me on 0116-212-9324. Or you can even send us a text on 07450-925-084. So our team here this year, it starts with one person, our one and only producer here. Of course, this year, when we started Ramadan last year, we start with one person and then the team grows because it takes a little time for them all to get into it. The first day is the hardest day. So today I'm going to start our first day here today to ask you all to make du'as for one of our esteemed brothers and members of the community, Brother Abdul Hamid. As I told you yesterday that he had a horrific motorcycle accident here in Leicester, in the Evington area, and he's in hospital right now, and he's going through the process of recovery right now. So I'd ask you all to make dua for him. Of course, most of you will know Abdul Hamid in Leicester. He's very, very popular. He does the iftar program and he does other programs here as well at the radio. So please do make du'as for him, and we would like all of you to make a dua for him, because this is dua is the most precious thing you can do, and Allah, if Allah wills, then he will improve and he'll get better every day. MashaAllah, he had about 3 brain operations, and he also had a broken arm. And each day is very, very important for him to recover and get better each day. So I understand from his mother that he is now able to recognize his family, and but he doesn't have a very long time for concentration or the ability to stay awake. He's in and out and drifting in and out of his consciousness. And that's what the situation is with Abdul Hamid. So all of you who are listening out there, most of the people in Leicester know him very well, just like I do. And we shall all be praying for him during this Ramadan. So Abdul Hamid, I hope that somebody will send you a recording of Radio Ramadan, and you'll be able to identify at least my voice. Jazakallah khair for that, all of you. So we're going to be this year talking about many topics. After yesterday, I was receiving a lot of texts from everybody. People are telling me that we need various different programs on the radio. See, my brother there has joined us today, and I wasn't expecting that he will be up at 9 a.m. That is a surprise for me. Brother Naim Briscoe has joined us on the Facebook. He's got up early today. My producer and I are nodding our heads in shock and amazement that Brother Briscoe is awake so early. So Jazakallah khair for that. And I know that you are smiling right now. I can feel that face of yours smiling, and you are giggling. So that's that's the kind of technology we have here this year, that you can actually sit here in the studio and be able to work out what somebody's doing, you know. So of course, during Ramadan, we have the first 10 days of Ramadan, which are called the first Ashara days of mercy, right? These are the first 10 days. These are days of mercy where we pray to the Lord, forgive us and have mercy. You are the most merciful. So, Brother Naim Briscoe, the first 10 days are the days of mercy. So there, he's replying back to me saying that only awake to watch your show. Jazakallah khair. Well, soon it will be your show also, because you're going to be doing some of these morning graveyard shifts, as they call them here in the studio. So you'll be doing them as well. So the second 10 days of Ramadan, what are the second days? These are the days of forgiveness, where we seek forgiveness from our Lord from all our sins that we have committed, right? And then the third Ashra, these are the days of seeking refuge. So this is how Ramadan is broken up into 3 sections. Oh, Allah save me from hellfire, right? This is where we are seeking refuge. So Ramadan is a period, it's a reflection, time for reflection. There's so much you can achieve during this Ramadan. It can actually be a life changer, right? Can it not, I say to my producer, and he's nodding away. We communicate with each other with sign language, with facial expression software that we have developed. We look at each other and we flick our eyes up and down, and only we know what's going on. Nobody can work out exactly what is going on except me and him. This is what it is all about in today's technology of radio. That's what you have to do. Sajid Khalifa has also joined us. So we got some early birds. Now give somebody a nudge and wake them up also, and share this transmission with the whole wide world. So I know Naim Briscoe, when I last checked, he had about 20,000 followers there. So Naim, I need you to at least connect with 19,557 of them, so we can have some serious engagement this year from all of them. And Sajid, you do the same. So this is a little bit of homework that I'm giving you all, guys, if you can do that. So the Ramadan virtues, life is all about giving. You know, what can you give somebody else? What can you give somebody else? So this year, what we need to do is, if each one of us out there made a difference to 10 people out there, 10 people, right? Now, do your maths, work it out. If 100 of us in Leicester today, we took it upon ourselves to make a difference to 10 people out there, what would we achieve, right? Do your maths and you'll work out that 10 and 10 and 10, it just multiplies. So this is how it is. When you're doing good, when you're in the path of doing good, you are encouraging people, you are supporting people, you are even giving guidance to somebody, you're even passing them some of your knowledge. There's so many, the list is endless, what you can do to do good in Ramadan. And of course, the way we do this is we don't only do it during the 30 days of Ramadan, we carry that on afterwards as well. So doing good, your actions is what's going to be determine betterness for the world out there, right? Make a difference. So this year, we are going to push, pursue, and encourage this idea. What we're going to call it MAD, M-A-D, MAD. We all want you to be mad this year, right? Not mad as in pagal. No. Mad as in make a difference. That's what it means. Make a difference, mad. So my producer out there, I'm going to ask him as the first person that, are you going to be mad this year? Are you going to take 10 people and make a difference to them? 10, or you're going to manage 5 only? Yeah? He said 5, right? Because he's busy making a difference to himself all day long. And he wants to take 5 people on. There you go. That's a good start. That's 50% success. So if you don't make a difference to 10 people, you make a difference to at least 5. And of course, the first thing you do during this Ramadan is you're going to pick the phone up right now and you're going to call. How about we call your mom? That's it. Call your mom and wish her du'as and Ramadan Mubarak, right? That's what you do. Call your dad, call your mom. That's a good start, isn't it? Right? So those of you listening out there, let's do this together, right? We pick the phone up and we call your mom, you call your dad. In my case, I call my sister. So if she's listening live, I'm going to say Ramadan Mubarak to you, and may Allah accept all your du'as and all your fasts and everything, right? So here we may even give somebody a live call in a minute, right? So of course, why do we do that? Well, here you have like what does a mom do at home? She's the master of culinary arts. Yes, that means cooking, and that's what she's doing. And of course, she's also doing the finance, negotiations. She has no holidays. She's working 365 days a year, right? Helping everybody around you, and unlimited hours. She's working unlimited hours. You know, this is how in our deen we say your Mother's Day is every day, right? It's not only on Mother's Day once a year, but every day is Mother's Day. So all of you who agree with me, I want you to give me a big thumbs up, right? If you agree with me. And that's why we're going to make it special here this year. That Ramadan is called, in fact, this year, our radio is called Ramadan Special. The word special has been added to this because we're going to do a lot of special initiatives, aren't we? A lot of special initiatives. So each year, most of you are wondering, well, how do you organize the content in 30 days? So last year, we had between 40 to 50 different presenters here coming in, all volunteers, giving their time. Sometimes things go wrong. They don't turn up. They give us like 10 minutes notice, or sometimes they are very kind. They give us a day's notice, and it is difficult. It's not easy because everybody is a volunteer, so you can't really say nothing to anybody at all. You have to take it as it comes and deal with it, you know. And a lot of patience. You need a lot of patience here, right? If you are shouting and screaming, then you're not exercising the rule of sabr. And one of the things we must do this year during the 30 days of Ramadan is increase in our good deeds and also have a lot of sabr, patience. Every day is a patient day, isn't it? Right? Do you agree with that? Yes? I get another thumbs up there, right? So we'll put the screen back on, and there's news on all over the world right now. No news is good news. As I read here on the screen, there's been another plane crash here that in 41 killed in Moscow. So the news flashes on the screen all day long here, right? And it's very sad to hear that news, that 41 people have died in Moscow, that is. And that is very sad to hear. Many children are among the dead. So we're going to carry on with the program and keep you updated with all that goes on. So we have Heather. Heather, happy Ramadan to you, Heather. MashaAllah. Thank you for contacting us here. And we have many Heathers, and one of them here is from Saudi Arabia. We know one, don't we? We do know one. So what we're going to do is, like we were talking about, the 30 days in Ramadan, what happens? Well, what happens even after last year's Ramadan? What have you all been doing for the 11 months? Did you do lots of things to make a difference? If you have done lots of things to make a difference, ring us right now on our studio number and tell us what you have been doing. Studio number is 0116 212 9324. So the programs here that we shall be doing throughout the month. In the morning, we shall do the drive time with ZED. ZED's the name, and that's me. So this is every morning. We'll do this program from 9:04 in the mornings, and the routine is no different. You rush here to get to the studio. You're running up the door, up the stairs, through the door, and it's 9:02, and you just jump into your seat, and your producer is telling you off already because you are late, and that routine is carrying on. So we are trying to improve all the time. You leave early from home and you catch traffic, but today we had a good start because nobody out there on the road, everybody is sleeping. It's a bank holiday, and of course those bank holiday jokes have started already. People sending WhatsApps to each other saying that, Eid is on Tuesday because the Maulanas are on holiday with the family because it's bank holiday. Of course, useless kind of jokes like that on the WhatsApp. Everybody's had a joke like that, I suppose. And this goes on every year. Some are doing Monday, some are doing Tuesday. And then later on in the day, we have our very, very famous kids show, which starts at 3 p.m. and that runs up until 5 p.m. So these are the main shows. Then from 5 till iftar, we have the community programs here every day. And Hamza Mansoor, Jazakallah khair for joining us. Aisha Abdur Rahman, Ramadan Mubarak to you as well. Jazakallah khair for that. And I'm surprised that everybody's waking up. It must be the Briscoe. He's been contacting everybody and waking everybody up. That's good. Wake up all early, get used to Ramadan. And of course, the first 10 days, the body is adjusting. And we're going to talk a lot about that because this year, one of the programs that has been requested is the health and your body, meditation, yoga, and all these kind of programs are requested. That these are also very important. So we are going to make a difference. Famida, Uncle Zed. I don't know about the uncle bit, Famida. I've told you many times that's not my title. That's not me. So Ramadan Mubarak to you all. Alhamdulillah. Inspiring and amazing show. We've just only started yet, Famida. We haven't even got going yet, So we're going to do a lot more this month in 30 days. Today is only the first day. The battery is just getting started, right? So during the kids show, we requested all of your kids today, when they ring up today, tomorrow, throughout the 30 days, that when they read any surah, anything that they read, they must try to give us a translation, because mashallah this year we have a lot of non-Muslims who are joining us and listening to us, and they also need to know the recitations, what they mean. So it would be a good idea for them to recite and say at least some of the meaning in English to people that are listening in right now, so who are non-Muslim. So that's a great idea that we should all exercise that. So sometimes we read, but we don't know what we are reading. So a little bit of translation is very good. So we have a thumbs up for that. And if you can do that, and we have some very good prizes this year for these wonderful kids. Of course, I'll remember 3 years ago, we had a kid from Leicester. His name was Musa. His name is Musa still, mashallah. And he's grown up to be a very, very aspiring youngster. He's the kind of youngster to watch for tomorrow. He was recently voted the brightest student in Leicester. He came second, and that was very good. And I remember him well when he came on the radio. He did beautiful painting, calligraphy, and he was a very, very shy individual. And now he's turned out to be a very confident individual. So we really want to see more of these kids, the bright stars of tomorrow. They start with the very low self-esteem, lack of confidence, and then they get better and better, right? This is what happens each year. So every year, if we can find more and more of these youngsters, help them, mentor them, inspire them, and hold their hands, as they say, then that's what we're doing, is making a difference. So we at the radio ourselves will set targets for ourselves to make a difference. Be mad. That's going to be our theme, is be mad and make a difference, right? So nowadays, I'm watching here on the Facebook, the cameras are indeed extremely powerful. So our studio manager, he likes to capture every single detail. You know, you blink and he captures a shot on his 4K camera, and everything is 4K in the studio. The mic, do we have all the mics working this year? I see an extra mic here. What's this one for? This one is going out. So we have 3 mics in the studio. 4 mics, mashallah. So it's going to be 4 guests sitting in front of me this year. And we shall be fully loaded this year with the 4 mics, yeah? All working. Well, they said to me that the 4th mic is a backup mic. In case one breaks down, you switch over to the 4th one. So the studio does get a little crowded with 4 people, but 1 presenter and 3 guests is manageable. And last year we had incidents when one of the mics failed upon us, right? And then it's good to have a backup. So this year, our producer, he has taken care of all these things. So we will continue with the Ramadan virtues throughout the early part of Ramadan, the first 10 days, and then we're going to move on to many other topics. Now, another topic which was requested also for us to talk about is domestic violence. You know, this is something people always say. They think about women when we talk about domestic violence, but this year is also going to highlight domestic violence from a woman towards a man. So there are many men who also are victims of domestic violence. Of course, most of you men are giggling and laughing out there, thinking that no, it can't be, it's not possible. But you will see, you'll speak to one of the experts in this particular field, and he will explain more than I will on that. So a message came on my phone here to say that, well, you're asking everybody what they did during the 11 months, and what about you? What did you do during the 11 months of last year, from last year's Ramadan? Well, the list is endless. What I did, you know, is a very, very big list, a very big list. I don't know where to start, you know. We went away on a charity mission, myself and Yusuf Chambers. We went to Pakistan, and we were linking up with a delivery partner there called Shifa Foundation. We're going to start working with them, delivering projects. And we met a stream of different organizations doing a lot of wonderful work. So if all my brothers out there who are listening out there in Pakistan, do connect with us and let us know and give us a thumbs up that you are listening. So if when we met one very, very inspiring youngster, his name is Muhammad, and a very popular name out there and everywhere in the Muslim Ummah. And what he told us is that, I can recall his speech. He gave us a little talk, and he says, what's most important in this dunya? How do we measure success? And he said, success is measured with our deen. And that was very interesting. From a very young lad, he's telling us how to measure success. Success is your deen, how you are in your deen, and how you connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And further on he said, and also your knowledge is also to be shared and to pass on to others. And this coming from a young 14-year-old, he sat there like he was a scholar of tomorrow. And why not? You know, he certainly had the charisma about him. So Muhammad, if you're listening out there in Pakistan, in Islamabad, then mashallah, and I give you a big hug, Muhammad, and a special Ramadan Mubarak from Ramadan Special in Leicester. So we'll take a little podcast of that. My producer is able to do that, and we'll send that to Muhammad and his family, his mom and dad and his brother. They really looked after well. Myself and Yusuf Chambers, we went out there and we did delivery of food into poverty-stricken areas. We went to an orphanage, and we saw how the orphanages operate over there. Of course, any one of you who are going out to all these far out places in Bangladesh, in India, in Africa, you will see things, and you may criticize the way things are over there, but everybody works with what resource they have available to them. And it's not fair sometimes for us to make too many comments. We just have to go with the flow and accept it. That's the way things are over there in these countries. You know, you work with whatever resource you have. Now, of course, all of us here, we sometimes don't talk about the poverty in England. We have a lot of poverty in England. We're going to be talking about this particular subject throughout the month as well, because we must not forget that we have poverty in England that we have to take care of also here. There are a lot of needy people here who need our assistance, right? So my producer is telling me that we are 33 minutes and 40 seconds away from when we have a break. Is that right? Is that right? Okay. So he keeps us informed by the minute here to tell us what's happening here throughout the day. So another message has come in to say that what time will the shows be? Well, of course, I will let you know throughout the next day or two when our schedule is more secure, and we'll be able to tell you what we're going to do, which kind of shows we're going to have and what time they will be. So at the moment, we have not completely set that cast iron at the moment, and we will let you know. So we will be having a break shortly, and then we shall get back to you, because this is the rule of radio we have to follow. We do a lot of talking, and then we got to have a break, because these are the adverts that we have to put on, some news we have to put on and keep it all flowing, and that's what happens on the radio. So Masoom Osman has joined us, mashallah, and Samir Sheikh as well. Jazakallah khair for that. And we will connect with you all. So on the Facebook, press a like and forward, share and share alike. If you share, you'll get the khair. That's what we say here on Radio Ramadan. If you are sharing, you are khairing as well. Not only caring, but khair, Khair. So Samir Sheikh and Masoom Osman, you missed out earlier on when I told everybody that you have to be mad this Ramadan. You have to be mad. And mad is not as in pagal. Mad is as in make a difference. Make a difference. That's what you're going to have to do, right? Is that right? My producer is telling me that I have to repeat this at least once every 10 minutes to keep reminding people. So how does my producer tells me? He sends me a screen message. And this is why they call him the producer. He is the governor. He sends the messages and we have to respond. Because if we don't respond and we don't follow his instructions, then when we walk out that door, he sorts us out. And most of you who know what our producer looks like, and you know the size of him and the weight of him, know that you don't argue with him. When you're around him, you just learn to say the word yes. And that's better and safer. So those of you, if you come here to the studio, just get used to saying the word yes, because you're going to confront him first before you walk into the presenter's chair. Now, of course, keep sending in your messages to tell us about what kind of show that you want to see this year, Ramadan special. Then we are going to make it happen. You know, that's what it is. Radio is about everyone in the community, not only in Leicester, but also in our global community, right? If we have to also say Ramadan special on EAVA FM, that's what we have to say as well throughout the show. So this is how radio works, right? Because we are not here full time, we're here for 30 days only, and practically sometimes you need reminders. We're here for EAVA FM is here throughout the year, but the Radio Ramadan special is here for 30 days, right? This is what this station is offering to the Muslim community. EAVA FM 102.5 FM is broadcasting throughout the year, and Radio Ramadan Special is what they specially lay on for the Muslim community. So Jazakallah khair for that. To all the brothers at EAVA FM, if Vijay is listening out there, then Jazakallah khair for that. So of course Vijay, my friend, will be joining us here because he did tell me that I want to come and sit with you and I want to do a lot of Q&A, and I want you to tell me about a lot of Ramadan actions, and he wants to learn. So I said, yes, why not? And that will be good to do. So I look forward to Vijay joining us. Of course, we're going to ring him and arrange a time with Vijay, and he will join us very soon. So we're going to have a short break now. So don't go away. Please wait, and we'll be back very, very shortly. Jazakallah khair. Is what they specially lay on for the Muslim community. So Jazakallah khair for that. To all the brothers FM, if Vijay is listening out there, then Jazakallah khair for that. So of course Vijay, my friend, will be Ramadan actions, and he wants to learn. So I said, yes, why not? And that will be good to do. So I look forward to Vijay joining us. Of course, we're going to ring him and arrange a time with Vijay, and he will join us very soon. So we're going to have a short break now. So don't go away. Ramadan actions, and he wants to learn. So I said, yes, why not? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. There you see, technical problems are there all the time on the first day, right? First day is what we call a sweep up day. You have a lot of technical problems, and our producer is tearing his hair out in our little technical department over there, right? So here you can't make a mistake, because if you make one mistake, somebody will send a message to say what's happening immediately. You're under more pressure to put it right. And of course, that's what we have to do. As soon as you get a message, you have to put it right straight away, right? And that's the messages are coming in now. They're streaming in for sure. So definitely, I want you all to participate. And that's when we know that we are all working together as a team. So all of you have to pay attention all of the time. So those of you who are awake, so do connect with us. Call in right now on our telephone line, which is 0116-212-9324. That is the number that you call in, and we'll have a chat, both of us. We will talk to each other. And please don't tell us off, because it's first day. We need encouragement. We need some serious PMA, people. Positive mental attitude. That's what we want. We don't want any negativeness. We don't want any complaining. We want no mourning this month at all. We want everybody to be positive, and we need to inspire each other. So look to your right. If you see anybody sat next to you, smile at them. That is where you start. You start your day with a smile, and you say salam. So you see anybody, you don't know them, walk up to them and you say salam to them. That's what Ramadan's all about. And we strive to be good deeds in action after Ramadan, not only during the 30 days. The secret is to maintain the good actions after Ramadan throughout the year. That is what the meaning is of Ramadan, is not only for 30 days, but for 365 days. So people have got to always remember that the virtues of Ramadan, they should be 365 days. So we have a thumbs up on that. Yes, we do. In the studio, we have a unanimous decision on that we have a thumbs up on that we have to be 365 days. So we're going to have to cut out all the negativeness, all the complaining, all the moaners. There are people everywhere. They're like swarm, like bees. They moan, they complain, and that's all they do. They have no solution to offer, right, except for moaning and complaining. So if you have anybody that you know who's like that, make du'as for them, that they will not be like that anymore, and they will change their ways. And of course, so some messages come in to talk more about the 1001 inventions. We mentioned this yesterday. I'm glad somebody's picked up on that, right? 1001 inventions, what's that all about? That is a gift that we are going to give to all the bright, aspiring youngsters here in our studio who are going to connect with us. And this is one of the prizes that we've set aside for these wonderful kids who are going to join us this year. You can see this book. Can we put it on the Facebook? Yes, we can. Of course, this is an excellent book. All tells you about Islam from the period from Spain to China. These are the golden years of Islam, discovery and invention. Everything shone through during that period of time, right? Some wonderful stories are being told here through scholars and scientists from various faiths also are mentioned. Some of the most important discoveries known to man were made at this time by the Muslim Ummah. So we must never forget that at all. Who has ever talked about Islam in the 7th century, right? As most of Europe continues its descent into a long period of intellectual dominance, they forget that the Islamic world had set the foundations at that time. Yeah, it's a very powerful academic revolution at that time. So that is something interesting, isn't it? I made all that up? No, I did not. It's all in this book. So if you all want empowerment, enjoy this book with your children. Yes, this is a wonderful book, right? So as soon as I finish the program today, I'm going to read this book You know, there are almost 300 photographs in here. No, I'm not plugging this book. I'm not asking you to rush to go and buy this book, but here we're going to give this book as a gift to all the wonderful students here who are going to join us, and they're going to do some good recitation of poetry, or they will do a kirat, and we will select out of them who is deserving student. And we have 3 or 4 of these books. In fact, yesterday we had a guest here at the studio, and he says, please, I must buy one of these books immediately, right? He needs a book. And our telephone number is 0116 212 9324. So if you're wide, if you're awake, then give us a call and share this link with everybody and let people know that 0116 212 9324 is Ramadan special here on EAVA FM 102.5 FM. Is that right? There you have got it right. First time, 102.5 FM. Now, throughout the city of Leicester, I was at M1 Narborough, and I could hear it loud and clear in my car in that area. So another friend said that he can hear it very clearly in Bowman Lees. Is that right? Bowman Lees? Is it loud and clear there? And of course, I need someone to call me from Ordby by the Sainsbury and the Asda to let us know if you can hear us loud and clear over there. So it's good to know in the first day that the transmission is all over in all 4 corners of the city of Leicester. So I need you to connect with us and let us know. So we are going to go throughout the month. We're going to be talking about the Ramadan virtues. Life is about giving love, giving your sadaqah, giving your knowledge, giving your everything that you can do to make a difference. This is something we're going to be instilling into everybody, including myself. Of course, everybody needs to support each other, right? Sometimes it's good just to be humble and listen and learn. You know, this is a period of time when we need to reflect, we need to listen, and we need to learn. So we must all learn from each other that we are here in this dunya for reason and meaning, right? Our emotion is the most powerful thing in our brain, in our mind, emotion. This is your most powerful resource that you will ever have in your world, is your emotion. So you have good emotions, you have bad emotions, you have strong emotions, you have weak emotions, and all of these emotions is what is going to define you, the way you deal with them, right? So this is how it's going to be. If you're going to be sat at home blaming others, you're not going to change your life, right? You're going to change your story. You got to stop blaming, complaining, mourning. Blaming, complaining, mourning. You know, if you can say all that very fast, you're on the road to recovery, right? You're going to say, I'm not going to start blaming, complaining, mourning. I'm going to instead do something wonderful, right? So children's holidays. Of course, I'm on the committee of the above charity, my producer tells me. Is that right? Yeah, this is a message. So for 121 years, we have been sending children from Leicester and Leicestershire on free holidays. I need a free holiday, right? The holiday centre in Mablethorpe was sold last year due to the cost of the upkeep of the old building. Unfortunately, the public think the charity no longer exists. We are now sending children to an activity centre in Sheringham, but we need public support to continue to this, as a public donation and fundraising is the only revenue we receive. Would it be possible for someone to come on your radio station? No, it's not my radio station. Here we use the word we. Is that right? Not I, not me. The operative word here is me. So if you're listening in, you can of course come here on our radio station to raise awareness of the continuation of the charity, or could one of your presenters give us a mention? Of course, that is from Mrs. Pat Leeds. Now, what's wonderful about 102 FM is that they engage with a very wide audience. So my producer, do you have Pat's number there? Yes? Okay. He's going to contact her, and we're going to make a connection with her. And of course, Pat, you're welcome to come and join me. If you're an early bird, early riser, if you want to come and join me in the studio from 9 a.m. onwards, do let us know. Give us a day's notice, and we'll talk about your good deeds that you are doing. And we'll send you an email and give you a phone number to ring, and you can call our producer, and he will arrange for you to come here in the studio and tell us all about your good initiatives. So when we do community development is all about engaging with all the different communities in Leicester and also in the big wide world. There's a lot of people doing a lot of good that don't hardly get a mention, but these are people who sometimes they're the kind of people who are not here for the mention. They just need awareness, and they don't want any personal gratification or any personal gain from the good deeds that they do. So we need to support all of these people and give a big thumbs up to them and encourage them, because these are the people who are the movers and shakers. They make things happen. So you will also know many people in your database who make things happen. So what you do is you connect them with us, and let's use this opportunity during the next 30 days to connect with these people and find out what they are doing somewhere out there in Leicester, in England, or somewhere out there in the world. There's a lot of people, and we need to give them all a mention. So we shall cover as many people that we know, as many organizations that we know, all the people who are doing a lot of good work in charity. They're delivering charity here in England as well as in other countries. So these organizations, they all need support. Support can come to them in many, many ways. So a little collection for them will not go amiss. So this is what Ramadan is all about, and we should take heed of that and support all the local organizations in Leicester. So any of you in the city of Leicester who are engaged in a project that is benefiting the community, that is going to benefit humanity, so I want you to contact us here at the radio on 0116 212 9324. Of course, you can go on our website as well and connect with us on the Facebook, and we shall be very pleased to hear from you. We're on EAVA FM 102.5 FM. So Ramadan special is broadcasted from the frequency 102.5 FM. So pick that phone up and call 0116 212 9324 and connect with us and tell us about your project that you are doing in the city of Leicester. Of course, myself, I've been engaged with a project called the City Retreat in the town for the last 2 or 3 years. 3 years ago the project started, but last 2 years it's been very hectic and very busy there. And it's like many other projects. Come there and join with us, learn from our mistakes, and we can certainly give you some advice and assistance. And many have also come there and given us some good advice and good support and good help. So they know who they are. I'll give a big thumbs up to them and a big shout out to all those people who have assisted us at the City Retreat. And the project 2 years ago that came to our table in Bowman Lees, I need to catch up on that to let me know what's happening with the brothers there. If you are connected with our project, keep us updated, let us know how far you've got. And then a lot of work many organizations have been doing in the city of Leicester. We need to know more about them as to what exactly they're doing and how they're making a difference in the community. Now, are we doing good with that? Yes, my producer says, yes, we are doing good with that. So these are a lot of topics that we have to cover throughout the month of Ramadan. And there's a message here saying that when are you going to connect or do the program on the domestic violence? Again, as I mentioned to you, we are going to do this program throughout Ramadan. I think it's going to be like a weekly session. I will let you know exactly when. So this particular message will come up then, yeah? So there is a lot of activity going on, and those of you who have followed the frequency from last year, which was 95.1 FM, please change that to 102.5 FM. If you're listening out there, go to your radio and tune in to 102.5 FM, because in your car you will have it as last year's frequency as a preset. So change that to 102.5 FM. That is the EAVA FM Radio Ramadan special, 102.5 FM. So this is just reminding everybody again and again that 102.FM is what our frequency is. So during the first 2 days, as I mentioned, there is some issues, some problems, technical ones, which we are sorting out, and some messages are coming here on my phone. So there are many programs here that's going to take place. One of the programs that will take place here, I think every Friday, is called Leading Ladies. If you remember, in 2016, if you remember that far back, we're in 2019, 3 years ago, we had a shop full of leading ladies downstairs, and they were selling all different items, perfumes and everything. So then that became a program as well called Leading Ladies. Now that is, if you can remember all that. Yes, 2016. So we are now doing a Leading Ladies program, which is going to be on the Fridays. On Fridays, this particular program will take place called Leading Ladies. So I want you all to be involved with that and join us on Fridays for that program. I'll let you know the time, and the messages come here. When is the kids program? Of course, I did mention that in the first part of the program. The kids program is normally between 3 and 5 p.m. 3 and 5 p.m. That is the kids program. So I want you all to join us during that time, 3 to 5 p.m. Get all your kids ready. Today even, they have to call in and read a surah or read a poem, and try your best if you can to do a translation as well, so some of the non-Muslims who are listening in can also understand what that surah is about. So it's very good to do that. And of course, we will be doing throughout the month, we'll be giving out these prizes on a weekly basis. So from Monday to Friday, when we do these programs, we'll be doing that gift as well, maybe on a Friday. Different kind of gifts for different students who will call in. Now, we are all students of knowledge. We must remember that, because every day we need to learn every day. We're students of knowledge, and we shall be doing that, inshallah, right? My producer says yes, he gives us a thumbs up. And of course, he's put here in the window a prize that he had received. So I'm going to ask him now to bring it into the studio and show me this prize so I can share with you. So he did a lot of hard work last year, and we had a radio presenters meeting and a little bit of a presentation and a dinner, and he arrived there, and he wasn't present there actually. So today I'm going to give him his award here myself. Here, you can have a look at this. This is a Ramadan Radio Producer of the Year award. Right? There you are. I'm presenting it to him live here in the studio. So you're all witnesses here. Evidence is here that we have handed it over to him and he's received it. So it's not our responsibility anymore. And there he walks out of the studio without even a thank you. Jazakallah khair for that. So this is producers. They're not very vocal in the studio. When they're in the studio, they're absolutely mum, lip sealed. As soon as they go into their little space, then they are very vocal there, right? They're like the boss. Here in the studio, they just remain very calm. And the presenter is the boss in the studio. That's the rule here, right? The producer is the boss in his little cubby hole, as we call it, right? In his office there. So this is how it is. We all work together as a team. And of course, that's what it's all about. Teamwork. Yeah? We work together as a team, and things happen here throughout the 30 days. So we don't have long today to go. We'll be ending the program in 3 minutes, and then at 11 we have a sisters program on today at 11 a.m. Is that correct? Yes? At 11 a.m. So they say teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah? That's how it is. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? So this is very important for all us to know. And here we go. Somebody sent me a message in. saying that that is a very good message you have given to everybody, which is live for reason and meaning. That is very good. That is, I'm glad somebody picked up on that. That's very good. Very, very kind of you to have picked up on that. That's what we have to do, learn from each other. We must live for reason and meaning rather than live for desires and pursue desires. Then that is going to lead you astray and take you far away from your humanity and your deen. So that's what it means, reason and meaning, my brothers, my sisters. Whatever you decide, whatever you want to be, your life-changing moments are going to be when you live for reason and for meaning. You'll make a difference. So Jazakallah khair for that message. Much appreciated. Sometimes you're here talking and you think nobody's listening out there, but somebody delivers a potent appreciation of a message that you've delivered, and then you are inspired to do even better. So people connect with us by telephone. If you're going to ring in, you got to be quick because we're going to be closing our first session today, first day of Ramadan special at 9 a.m. We started in the mornings. We may start earlier, but that depends on our producer and his team. You are listening to all of us right now on Ramadan special on EAVA FM 102.5 FM. So this is message you're going to be listening to a lot. So Ramadan special on EAVA FM on 102.5 FM. That is the way it's going to be this year, right? 102.5 FM. So do please change your preset on your phone, on your car, on your laptop, on your anywhere, wherever there's any listening device that you have available. Change that to 102.5 FM. Of course, if you're on your laptop, you don't need that. If you're on your phone, you're just going to connect to us via the internet, via digitally. So you won't need to. The 102.FM is only if you're in the car, 102.5 FM. So you'll pick that up as a preset and save it here. You can also go on our website and connect. Somebody's asked me, how do I get to connect with you on the Facebook? You can pick it up on our website, which is www.ramadan.fm. And if you want to send us an email, our email address is info@ramadan.fm. So if you can do that, right? info@ramadan.fm. So we have a live call just now. We're going to talk to a very challenging listener. So, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Brother Zed, how are you?
Brother, Jazakallah khair for your call. You finally woken up, have you? Because people not waking up very early. It's a bank holiday. Well, they're all sleeping.
It's the first one, so I do apologize. But inshallah, hopefully, back to normality from tomorrow.
Well, back to normality because you have to get to work tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah?
That's correct.
That's
Brother Zed, that's correct.
So Monday, bank holiday, is always a slow day because people, they after suhoor, they will read Fajr and then they will go to sleep. And that's a routine, isn't it? And then
that's true, Brother Zed.
They'll be chilling and they'll be rushing out to do some shopping here. And of course, this year we have a lot of dates here we want to be selling downstairs in the shop. So I want you, your family, your extended database that you have in Leicester, 447 people that you know on your WhatsApp groups. I want you to connect with them and tell them to buy a little carton of dates from the shop downstairs. Is that a good idea?
It's an excellent idea, Brother Zed. Excellent idea.
And you missed out earlier on. A lady connected with us. She wants us to give her a mention, or she wants to come on the studio. And she arranges holidays for children who are in poverty, or they are orphans, or they are not able to
Mashallah.
have a holiday. So she arranges a Mablethorpe day out, weekend, or even a week out there for them. And now they're also looking for funds. And you will be knowing a lot of people who are fundraising, who are collecting, and these are all organizations that are, awareness is important about them, So we need
Absolutely.
to, the more we know, the better we are.
Of course. So what's this year? What's your catchphrase for this year? You always have a catchphrase every Ramzan. So what's your catchphrase this year?
Year's, last year's catchphrase was the KIP, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
This year we have to tell people that take this knowledge that you have attained and put it into some good action. This year's catchphrase is going to be knowledge is power and mad. 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 Not pagal, Gandio, nothing like that. Mad, as in make a difference, So I want everybody to be mad. I want everybody to make a difference to at least 5 people. We're going to target for 10, but if we get 5, we will have achieved a result, right? So we take 5 people and we make a difference to them. Now, when you say you have to be mad, you make a difference, people get it wrong sometimes. They misunderstand that you have to give money to them to make a difference. No. It's not only about the money. You do sadaqah. It's
about taking part.
Yeah, taking part. You can do sadaqah jariyah by even smiling at someone.
Absolutely.
Giving somebody some of your knowledge. Like you and I, we've been in the community many, many years. So we have attained knowledge. We have to pass that knowledge on, because this knowledge we can't take with us, right? And nor can we take anything with us from this dunya. We come, we are all students of knowledge, we pass this knowledge on. So this year, we really have to encourage people to do that. You know that some of the richest people, do you know where they live?
Go on, tell me.
You tell me, where do you think the richest people live?
In Highfields.
No. They live in Saffron Lane, Kabristan. That's where they live.
Yeah, true.
Right?
True.
And that's what the message is to everybody, that we must never forget that, right? Success is not measured by what we have in our pockets, but our success is what we have done for another.
Absolutely.
In our family, in our community, and there are many, many poverty-stricken people here in this country that need guidance, they need direction, they need help. So I know you are very active in the charity field yourself, and you will share some of my sentiment, and we need to all get together to make a difference. And
definitely, inshallah. And I think your goal for this year's 30 days is to be nice to your producer.
Well, I forgot about that one, That's the one that you have instilled upon me. I'm always nice to him, because if you've met him many times, you know that there's no option available there, is there?
No, there isn't. Your producer is an absolute legend. That's all I can say. Just like you.
I'm following one of the groups that you have set up, right? And on that group, you are like our producer, you're the boss. If anyone steps out of line, you just take them out straight away off the group, and everybody's scared.
Groups are there for a reason, not for silly business. Especially when you got pious people and respected ulamas on it as well. So you got to be with these groups. I think some people get carried away, and it's not. I mean, yes, you can have a laugh and joke.
Yes,
there's no issues with that, but silly business, no good.
So, just to bring attention to the Ummah in Leicester, that Brother Sajid here, he's the admin on one of the groups in Leicester, and there's a lot of learned people on there. I'm also on that group, but I'm just a spectator and a reader of the messages.
You, as I said to you, I've always called you the special one.
I only post in that group once a year. It's the day before Ramadan starts, is to let them know that we're on 102.5 FM, and they pick it up, mashallah. And occasionally I've also posted on there when we are looking for empowering somebody into a job or a position like that, and many of the fathers respond. They send one of their sons over. And of course, Brother Sajid, this year we are doing a big push on recruitment in the NHS and into the different government bodies here, recruitment, so that our community is aware of what is the process of getting a job in the National Health, for example, right? Mm. Did you know, Brother Sajid, that you can get a job there and you don't even need a qualification?
Yes.
Right?
I work for the local authority myself, so yes.
And this is very important for us to bring awareness to people, and then you can work your way up. with your good work, with your good actions. So this is an area this year we shall bring here. Part of community development is to ensure that as many people that are in the community are able to be placed into a work environment, right?
Correct.
And this is one of the initiatives. We're trying to set up some appointments with the respective people from the NHS who can join us, and recruitment in various areas is very important for us in the community.
Yeah, I'm more than willing to basically help you with that. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
You can count me in.
Inshallah. So if you, at your work, if you can arrange from the powers that rule over there, if they can also take part in this initiative, then we can engage the community in this particular initiative. So quite a lot of interesting topics this year that we need to address, all to do with community development. Yes?
Inshallah.
So, you know, there's a MAD and there's a CD as well. CD is community development, so we have to excel at that. And Brother Sajid, you know, we need to do that 365 days a year.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And what's our limiting factor?
It's unlimited.
Our limiting factor is time, right? This is your greatest asset in this dunya, is your time. The time you give to your children, to your parents, the time you give to your friends, and the time you give to others in the dunya, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it, Brother Sajid?
Correct.
So sometimes, to make a difference, all you need is a little time. And you take time out, you know. Like, you know,
This
we
is
go
the
to
problem
work.
we have,
We
unfortunately, Brother
go to work because we are indoctrinated in the world of dunya, which is created a situation where we have to go and earn money. And we go to work at a fixed time and we leave at a fixed time. And then we have little time left. And of course, another topic, interesting, Brother Sajid, you asked me, is we're going to cover a topic on SM. How many hours, for example, do you spend on your social media, on your WhatsApp, on your laptop, on the
Yeah.
Facebook? How many hours do you spend a day?
Myself personally, depends. It just depends. More at work, I'm on the computer, and when I come home, I'm on social media. It's not an ideal thing, especially with my eyes as well, not being 100% at the moment. But it's not. I think you should. You know, you having said that, I think that would be a really, really good initiative as well. People we should have some sort of a day where people should only be on the social media for about an hour, 2 maximum.
Well,
and see
three
how it
hours is the average, and if you are from the Generation Z, that is all the youngsters who were born. Nothing to do with me, not Z as in ZED, just the letter
Yeah.
Z. It's called Generation Z. Do you know who these characters are? Those are born after the year 2000. And before that, we have the M generation, the millennials, and they spending more time on the social media. The Generation Z especially are just keeping the Snapchat busy all day
Yeah.
long. Right?
True.
They spend a horrendous amount of time on Snapchat. So they,
True.
when you look at all that, and we're going to have some good programs, and these young guys are going to come here and they're going to sit on my chair, and they're the ones who are going to deliver this program because they have a lot of information about this. And one of them, he met me only yesterday actually, and he said, look, I'd love to do that because it is absolutely a problem. So you go to a typical household and you got 8-year-old, you got the mother, the father, the sister, everybody's on their devices. Yeah?
Yeah.
So the smartphone has created a situation where nobody talks to anybody. Well, at least you and I talk to each other.
True. But as I say, it's good to talk.
Of course. Now, are you talking to me on a smartphone or a telephone line?
Yes, a smartphone, unfortunately.
There you go. You see, I don't know if that's part of the three hours, but you know, Brother Sajid, you know, average lifespan for a man is how many years? Do you know that?
No, go on. You're going to tell me.
Average lifespan for a man is 73 years, right? Now, how many years, if you count 0 to 10 as your informative years, and you count from the age of 10 to 73 or 75, is not many years, 65 years of life. Yeah?
Yep.
And how many years are you going to be working?
67.
No, you'll be working 8 hours a day, won't you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
If you do overtime, you'll do 10 hours a day. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
And how many hours are you going to be sleeping? You work 10 hours, you're sleeping how many hours?
12.
You don't sleep 12 hours, you sleep 8 hours. That's the average. So that's
Yeah.
10 hours working, 8 hours sleeping, that's 18 hours, right? So now,
Yeah, and then you got 4 hours left.
4 hours left. How many hours are you going to be on your social media?
Yeah.
3 hours, yeah?
3 hours. Yep.
So you got 21. Then you're going to go to the bathroom, you're going to travel another hour a day. So you've got 22 hours of your day are gone. So you only have got now 3 hours a day of life. So look at it like that. Everybody, if you're all listening in, share that, write it all down, and do your own test, and you'll find out, right, about your time. Our time in this dunya, reflect upon it, and all the answers, Brother Sajid, they lie in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, this is where the answer is, that we have to reflect upon ourselves, right? And it's called mirror reflection therapy, Brother Sajid.
Absolutely true, Brother Zed. Absolutely true.
Today, this morning, you've converted me into like a unqualified shrink here, Brother Sajid.
No. You've got a lot of knowledge. That's why you sit in the hot seat every day at 9 o'clock.
Well, this is it. You have to be always. The knowledge comes from people asking you questions, and then you quickly go and run and do some research, and you learn like that. Every day is a day of knowledge. Till from when you're born to inshallah, as long as you are in this dunya, its knowledge is not to take with us, it's to pass on to others, to our children, to our friends, to everybody that we know in our database, and that's where Shabazz Khan has joined us also. Jazakallah khair from Nasreen Noore has joined us. Ramadan Mubarak to all, Sajid. We are getting a lot of people now connecting with us, mashallah. So, Brother Sajid,
I've got a question. I have a question for you.
Yes.
I recently went to this Imran Khan cancer research appeal ceremony. Where were you at that time?
I think I was, I was there, yeah. I was there. I was sat there on one of the tables. I think I met you there, didn't I?
No, I never saw you.
It was at the Platinum, wasn't it?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, yes, I was there. I wasn't just there for the food, but I'm quite a participant in those initiatives. As I'd mentioned to you yesterday, myself and Brother Yusuf Chambers are heading a big online fundraising campaign for that particular initiative in Pakistan. And we mentioned yesterday that we want brothers to connect with us with initiatives from Africa, initiatives from Bangladesh, also from India, and anywhere else in the world that people are doing a lot of good work. As you know, that there's been a horrific cyclone in Mozambique where many people have died.
Yeah, true, very true.
We need to address and bring awareness. I mean, how many people would even know much about that particular horrific cyclone in Mozambique? How many people even know where Mozambique is, Brother Sajid?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, people don't know.
Even obviously Malawi's been hit as well. So
yeah,
it's it's near the border of Mozambique. It's not too far away from there. So yeah, it's and the other sad part is, unfortunately, it's always the case around this time when this beautiful month starts. Palestine and obviously the Israelis, the ceasefire has broken up again. So let's make dua for them as well, inshallah.
Of course, we have to keep it positive,
Of course.
That's another theme on the radio throughout this month, is that we must all keep it positive, and sometimes we reflect on all the negatives, and then we cannot make a change like that. We have to keep it positive and move forward with all good initiatives from a lot of good people who are doing a lot of good work. And I know that you are also working very hard with the Ramma Mercy who do a lot of good work in the Balkans, and
Yes.
they will also be joining us this year, mashallah, Maulana Khalil, doing an excellent job, as good as ever, and gets better and younger every year, doesn't it?
No comment.
So there you are. There's an inspirational leader you have there in the Leicester community, and of course one of our events he has not attended, and we'd laid on his favorite dishes there, and he missed out. He didn't come. He had a TV program he was doing somewhere in London.
Oh yeah, the what do you call it? Islamic. I think it was called Islamic channel. Yes.
Yeah, so he missed out on that, and this year, inshallah, we shall make some corrections. And we have a lot of people in the city of Leicester who are doing a lot of good, Brother Sajid. The list is just endless, Each year we go through them, and the monies that we raise through them all is just unbelievable, mashallah.
Mashallah.
So Leicester has got to be absolutely very proud of its achievements in that respects, Brother Sajid.
It's a very diverse city. Our Leicester is.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. That we're trying to make it all the time. That we are trying to make things better and better, right? So my producer is sending me messages up there, making spelling mistakes, and I spot them straight away. The grammar is all over the place. So he's put a picture of me and Brother Joseph up there now, and I've warned him many times that I'm not a photogenic kind of a person. But so, Brother Sajid, I'll just give you a little test because you're going to be one of our presenters, inshallah, one day. So just read us the Radio Ramadan special intro.
Well, this is to all the listeners. Ramzan is here. Alhamdulillah, 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 Ramzan's here. And Brother Zed's here as well. Let's all be very kind to him as well, because you've got to remember one thing. As we all basically go about doing our daily stuff in the month of Ramadan as well, because obviously life does go on, let's have a thought for Brother Zed, the producers, and everybody who works alongside the radio. 102.5, is it 102.5?
Yeah, 102.5 FM.
102.25 FM. Let's just tune it in. We tune everything else in during the daytime. Let's try and tune in. Let's listen to it. Let's benefit from it. And not only benefit from it, let's communicate and interact as well, because without our input, the radio show basically it's your radio station. So input and get active, and even a message or even a phone call to say salams goes a long way, and keep Brother Zed awake, because as I said, he does a fantastic job. And by the way, he's not paying me to say this. He does a fantastic job. I know it's easy. People think that, while you're sitting behind the radio, you've got a speaker, you've got a camera, you've got this, you've got that. Believe me, I went there last year. I sat with him for about a couple of hours. It wasn't intimidating, but it was difficult, because you can tell that you're always on the spotlight. But alhamdulillah, it's very, very, very good atmosphere there. It's an excellent, excellent environment. And the producer is absolutely brilliant as well. And just tune in and listen to 102.4, 102.5 FM, and keep it going. And not only that, the dates are very, very nice, as Brother Zed said earlier. So obviously dates are essential, part of our breaking fast and everything. If you don't want to have them, take it for your family, take it for your friends, but make sure you go. Every little helps, as they say. So just make sure you go to the studio, which is based on Evington Road, and inshallah, Brother Zed, may Allah reward you, your whole team, and all of the work you do, and inshallah, may Allah make it easy for everyone in this beautiful, beautiful blessed month of Ramadan.
MashaAllah, that was a very, very long message. You carried on like that. My producer sent a message up there that we're going to have to pay him if he carries on like that, right? All I wanted him to say was, you are listening to us on Ramadan Special on EAVA FM 102.5 FM. That's all I wanted you to say. But you went another 10 degrees, another 20 degrees.
I've been hanging around with the politicians for too long, I think.
Well, of course, the politicians, we were surrounded by them from all different parties earlier on this week, and we had some results that were announced recently, and I'll be pleased to announce them all to you during the next couple of days. Of course, you all know about it because you all had your own supports with different parties, with the Conservatives, with the Lib Dems, and with the Labour Party here in the Highfields area, in the Evington area, and the Stoningate area, all the nearby areas here that we were driving through regularly. But inshallah, they will all do well. All the ones who have been selected, congratulations to you all. So now, don't wait for the next 4 years before you come and meet all the human beings on the planet. Go out and say a big thank you to everybody, you know, and give them a date each. That's a good idea, isn't it? As it's Ramadan,
I think that's an excellent idea.
Brother Sajid, I'm going to tell all these people who have scored victories, they need to come out, walk on the road, and give a date to everyone that they meet. Say, thank you. I'm here to do a great job for you. Yes?
Inshallah, Brother Zed.
So if you can pass that message on, Brother Sajid, then that'll be very much appreciated, right? And we look forward to talking to you again when you're at work. Engage us with all the staff that your workplace. I don't remember their names, but if they can connect with us, it'll be very nice.
Yep, inshallah, I'll try my best, Brother Zed.
Jazakallah khair for that, Brother Sajid. We look
Take
forward
care,
to
inshallah.
talking to you. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum.
Thank you very much. Wow, that was one of our avid fans, I would say. What would you say? My producer's nodding. Yeah, he's very active. He always has a lot of contributions to make, and that was very good to hear from him. So all of you listening out there, Zunaid Ibrahim, Ramadan Mubarak to you also. Nasreen Noore, Ramadan Mubarak to you. And Brother Yusuf Chambers is saying a hi to us, and he's given us a tick as well. That's very good, Brother Yusuf. But you are a little bit half asleep because by this time you already telephoned in 0116-212-9324. So we got to keep it positive. That's what my producers keep sending messages, that only talk about positive things and not the negative things. But that issue, somebody sent a message that recruitment is a very good idea to bring awareness to everybody about job creation, or talk about this subject in detail to assist people who are not in work, to help them get back on the road of employment, because that is very, very important. Part of community development is that everybody is in work, and if we can support anybody in that field, then let's do it. You know, let's connect everybody with each other, right? So that's what the theme was. The brother asked earlier on, what is the theme this month in Ramadan? The theme is MAD, make a difference. That's what the theme is, and you will learn more about that. You are listening to us on Ramadan Special on EAVA FM on 102.5 FM. So those of you who have got it down as 95.1 FM, please change that to 102.5 FM. That's what our frequency is. So I will look forward to meeting with you all tomorrow at 9:04 a.m. The reason it's 9:04 because that's the time we start. The adverts will start at 9 a.m. and 9:04 tomorrow. So goodbye from me. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.